Welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. My apologies. Happy Father's Day, everybody out there. Hope you're all having an amazing day. We are going to get things started here. Hope you're all having a great Father's Day. Shout out to all the dads. And yeah, let's get right into this live stream. We have a lot to cover right now, being that Bitcoin is on the move again. We do have a lot of volatility back in the market, and I believe that we are setting up for another move higher very soon. So I'm going to be going over the charts and talking about what I am seeing and what we should be bracing for very soon. But before we do that, of course, we're going to start things off with the crypto market overview. All right, shout out to David W saying happy Father's Day. What up, Doe? We also got Ladger Doodle in the building saying happy Father's Day, Empire. We have Reverend Flashback saying hi, brother. How are you? I'm doing very good, Reverend Flashback. Thank you for asking. We got Spacetime Jim with us today, and we also have Sniff saying shout out to all your guys' girlfriends who wish me a happy Father's Day. Sniff with the jokes always. Appreciate you, Sniff, for sharing the humor during this live stream. So we are going to cut right to the chase today. We got no time to dilly around over here because, yeah, I mean, it's a day that I don't necessarily want to be in front of the computer, but we're doing it anyway because this is what we do here at Crypto Empire. We show up no matter what. So taking a look at the overall crypto market, Bitcoin trading for $26,434 and Ethereum trading for $1,726. Now, BNB, of course, getting sued. Binance getting sued by the SEC. They're getting matrix attacked right now. All the country's media outlets are saying that they're, the boogeyman. So BNB right now holding up pretty well at $243. So overall, altcoins still down a lot compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Altcoins are basically at their yearly open prices of 2023. They did a full retracement from where they, from the pump that happened in February, March, April, etc., back to those early January prices. And that is largely because Bitcoin dominance is on the rise and sucking up all of the liquidity from the altcoin market. But what everybody should really be concerned about right now is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin's show. This is Bitcoin's time to shine. Blackrock did just apply for that ETF with the SEC. This is going to open up essentially trillions of dollars of institutional money to flood into the crypto market, and this is overall extremely bullish for crypto, and it's getting overlooked right now because people are so fearful. And I can't even say people are fearful because those that are still here paying attention understand exactly what is going on. The thing is, people aren't necessarily fearful. Most people don't even care about crypto right now. They have no interest. They're not checking up on it. They just don't care. They're indifferent about the cryptocurrency market, right? Because they've been conditioned over the past 1 to 2 years of down-only prices, of negative news, negative press. But guess what? Now we are at the bottom. The bottom already happened, in my opinion, down at $15,500 for Bitcoin. So we already bottomed out. Right now we are at the period of time where the moves, the big violent moves over the longer term time frames are going to the upside now. Right, in 2022, they were all going to the downside. But the energy in the market has shifted. We are now going up again, but it's a good thing for us because we're here paying attention and active in the market. But for most people, most normal people, 98% of individuals out there, they're going to miss it, right? They're going to miss the move, and they're going to end up having to buy up much higher. But we'll talk about this as we do go through the live stream. For now, let's take a look. Chris saying that the volume sounds low. Thank you for letting me know, Chris. Let me fix that right now. That should be better. I just raised the volume. I've been playing with my mic a little bit. So, yeah, that should be better. Let me know if it's better. Anyway, let's take a look at the Bitcoin price chart. So we're looking at Bitcoin here on the 12-hour time frame. Now, if we zoom out a bit and take a look at this chart from a more zoomed out macro perspective, you have to understand that, yes, it has been pretty brutal since, mid-April. Mid-April, we topped out over here at $30,500 or so, right? That was the top of this rally. And now it's been 2 months of just going down, right? 2 months of down. But on the higher time frames, we're still in an uptrend. We have not broken structure. And as you see, we have bounced beautifully off of the $25,000 price. Now, the $25,000 price is huge because this marked the weekly breakout, right? If we go, let's go to this chart and take a look at the weekly time frame. So if we look at this Coinbase Bitcoin chart on the weekly time frame and I use my arrow, 25K is the weekly breakout spot. We broke that over here in March 13th. We broke that after the big, bank scare. Basically, the whale shook you out on this wick. And then we had the weekly breakout. Okay, now we're just retested the weekly breakout. And if you look at this market structure on the weekly time frame, does this look bullish or bearish to you? Right? I'm talking about this. Does this look bullish or bearish? If you're saying it looks bearish, you're wrong. This is a bullish market structure. This is bullish consolidation. And I shouldn't even have to draw the lines for you to see what it is forming. It's forming a descending wedge on the weekly time frame. All right, we can draw it like so. But price is pinching, price is coiling up. This is a bullish consolidation. Yes, price has been consolidating to the downside. Remember, all consolidations can happen in 3 directions, up, down, or sideways. This is a downwards consolidation, but it's bullish market structure. Everything about this looks like a breakout higher. Okay, this is on the weekly. And going back now, so higher time frame structure still intact. We're still bullish, right? No reason to panic. If we lost 25 over here and headed back and traded into these ranges, yeah, then we can bring up the conversation that the higher time frame structure is broken, that this was a false weekly breakout, right? It was just a deviation back into the bear market range. But as of right now, that's not the case. We had a fake out lower to the downside, recovered. Remember, this wick to the downside under 25K. When did this happen? This happened when we got the cascade of bad news. When Coinbase was getting sued by the SEC, when Binance was getting sued by the SEC. Remember what happened over here in November? What causes big sell-off? It was FTX imploding and the fact that we found out it was a huge money laundering operation by Sam Broke Fraud and all of his friends over there with one certain political party, right? It took a huge event like that for us to bottom out. Now we get the news that the SEC is suing all these major crypto exchanges, the biggest ones in the world, and we get a little lousy wick lower, and you're selling your bags and you're scared. All right, you need to reevaluate the situation here. There is literally no reason to panic. Anyway, let's head back over here to the 12-hour time frame and get into this. All right, so the weekly structure, everything looks good. Objectively, this is not my opinion, but objectively, we are in a bullish consolidation. Yes, it is a descending bullish consolidation, but guess what? Descending wedges are always going to be bullish and rising wedges are always going to be bearish. And right now we have a weekly descending wedge. Now, on the 12-hour time frame, you can see that we did. By the way, guys, if you haven't watched this video on my channel about the Monday low trading strategy, you need to watch that video. I really don't know what the heck you're doing. Because if you did, you would have been prepared, right? Because as you can see this week, price broke the Monday low and it went right to our trend line here. And this trend line is a confirmed support trend line. It did get broken through over here on June 6th. But regardless, it has more than 3 touches. All right, so after price broke the Monday low this past week, it went right to this trend line, put in a bounce. Now we broke this rising channel. This is a descending channel, okay? So we broke out from this descending channel. So the fact that we're in the weekly bullish uptrend, still weekly level still intact. Now in the 12-hour time frame, the lower time frames, we're breaking out of descending channels higher. That leads me to believe that we should be looking for long trades, long positions on the pullbacks that we see in the market. So right now, my bias, the way I am looking at things, I am bullish going forward into this upcoming week. Okay, where do I think that Bitcoin will go? Let's get into that right now. First of all, we have to figure out where we want to enter into a long trade, because we don't just want to blindly long whenever. We need a plan going into the week so that we can successfully trade it. Okay, now these orange zones on my chart, these are all basically areas of liquidity, support and resistance, supply and demand, whatever the heck you want to call it. Just know that they are relevant, they are active, and there's a reason they are on my chart. Okay, and right now, as you can see, we are in this current resistance zone over here at $26,500 to $26,740. So from here, it's expected that we pull back. Where are we going to pull back to enter long? Let's go over that right now. First things we can do is we can pull a fib. Let me actually get rid of this lower one with the range. So we can pull a fib from swing high down to swing low. Now the first level that should jump out at you is going to be the 50% Fibonacci price retracement, because that is right at the top of this orange zone over here. All right, and that comes into play at $25,800. Okay, so if we do get a pullback into this orange zone, we want to see what's going to happen on the lower time frames, really on the 1 hour, 2 hour time frames, and we want to look for long entries. We want to look for signs of a reversal. But basically, yeah, this is where I would be looking to long inside of this orange box over here. And then when it comes to the exact setup, I will be letting everybody know, obviously, inside of my Crypto Empire Premium Discord, where I share all of my trades. So if you want to know what I'm trading next and when I take my position, well then, you should go ahead and join the Discord. Here's our success channel of everybody sharing their wins. We longed ETH this past week. It's not all sunshines and rainbows, though. I got sapped out on this Bitcoin short. I took this one on Friday night, right? So basically got stopped out in this little wick move higher. But yeah, regardless, next trade opportunity I'm looking for is going to be a Bitcoin long. And realistically, I am targeting up here towards $27,000 and possibly even higher towards 28K, towards these highs over here. Okay, so this should be a nice little risk reward trade. And that's what I'm looking for on BTC. So if we lower this to a 4 hour time frame, you can see that we already broke this structure on the 4 hour with this support trend line. We already broke it. Okay, so I would not be surprised to see a start to the week where we come down into this next lower orange support zone. We're going to look for lower time frame triggers and we're going to trade it higher. That's my plan, right? Everything that I am seeing in the charts is bullish to me. So I'm going to look for long trades on the pullbacks, simply put. Blockchain enthusiast, White Jazz. What up, White Jazz? Of course, I remember you. Long-time subscriber from the very early days here at Crypto Empire. Now going by the name Blockchain Enthusiast on YouTube. Good to see you, White Jazz. He's saying, Glimmer finally pumping. How's the chart look? We'll look at that in one moment. And we got All Day Dre with us as well, saying to smash up that like button. Yes, absolutely right about that, Dre. Smash up that like button, everybody, if you're enjoying the live stream so far. Greatly appreciate all of your support here. We actually just hit 32,000 subscribers, already at 32,100 subscribers as well. So yeah, we are nonstop growing. Even despite the slow market conditions, we are still growing stronger here at Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. So smash that subscribe button if you are new here so that you don't miss any future videos. Let me just go ahead and take a sip of water. New mug, by the way. You guys like it? All right, so that's BTC. That's the game plan, folks. We're looking for dips to long. Now let's catch up with Bitcoin dominance, then we'll take a look at some altcoins. Bitcoin dominance is still pumping. Has not reached the 50% level yet, but it's awfully close. As you can see, let me get rid of this. So yeah, BTC dominance on the rise over here. Just fix this setup. There we go. And this shouldn't really surprise anybody. This is Bitcoin's time to shine, and this is most likely going to keep going up. We are getting to the 50% level right now. But when Bitcoin dominance gets going, it will move really quick. As we see in the past over here, when it actually moves higher, it just goes. It doesn't really wait for anybody. So there's a good chance it can fill this gap, pretty quickly. So don't don't be surprised if you see just like week after week after week of just Bitcoin dominance going up here and altcoins continuing to get crushed versus their Bitcoin pair. They can still go up in their US dollar value, but against Bitcoin, with Bitcoin dominance on the rise like this, expect them to get crushed versus their Bitcoin pair. And then the total market cap, so still holding above 1 trillion. Very important that it does hold 1 trillion or things could get pretty ugly. Our next lower level would be over here at the low 900 billions. But yeah, we really want to see Bitcoin, or we really want to see the total market cap hold the $1 trillion level. And then looking at the altcoin market cap, total 3, this is every coin in the market except for Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you look at this chart, we are bouncing now from this support trend line. What most likely is going to happen here is, what we don't want to see is it break below this support trend line. That means it would get super ugly and, you know, we could be headed towards some of these levels. Let me move this. You know, we could be headed towards some of these levels over here, and that would be just catastrophic for altcoins if this were to happen. You know, dropping from $329 billion to $200 billion, that is going to be really bad for a lot of altcoins. So we don't want to see that. You know, that's not really happening as of right now because we're holding the horizontal level and bouncing from the diagonal support. Okay, so what we ideally want to see is kind of more like a dribble, right? A dribble as in we bounce a little bit from the trend line, we consolidate, and then we maybe test it again lower, but we still hold the trend line, and then we want to form bullish divergence on the RSI. Okay, so on the dip, we want to see the RSI continuing to get stronger. So that would be an ideal scenario, and then we just start to blast off and reclaim all the resistance, the support resistance flip levels. But yeah, as of right now, we do have to watch the total 3. This is the altcoin market cap. This is every dollar in crypto that is not in Bitcoin or Ethereum. Okay, this is the true altcoin market cap. And right now, it's at a pretty critical level, as is the total market cap, you know, as is Bitcoin. So everything right now, it's crunch time, folks. Like this is time to be paying attention here because these next few weeks are going to let us know a lot of information of what to expect for the remainder of 2023. But yeah, like I said, guys, I do have a bullish outlook still, and there's no reason for me to panic or freak out or anything like that. Smash up that like button, guys. We got 35 viewers, only 17 likes. That's extremely weak. I would really appreciate it if you strengthen that by smashing that like button for me. Thank you very much. All right, let's take a look at Glimmer for a guy White Jazz. So let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit. So Glimmer at 25 cents after hitting 20 cents and still under resistance. Okay, this trend line has been in play for quite a while now, and it's being used quite a bit. Okay, so we have to give it some props here, some credit. And on this recent pump up that happened today on Glimmer, you know, we did get rejected from it, and we swept all these levels as well. So interesting move here, interesting comeback. Somebody market bought a ton of Glimmer today to pump it like this at 20 cents. But yeah, I mean, this thing's in the gutter. Like these are all-time low prices. These are bear market low prices, and this thing has a lot of work to do to recover. It is good to see some signs of life, but what we don't want to see is that this is just a dead cat bounce. You know, it just kind of keeps on fading. Glimmer is a huge VC-backed project. It's a VC chain. They'll say it's decentralized, and you know, yeah, they'll say it's a decentralized blockchain. There's nothing decentralized about Glimmer. They've proven themselves over the course. They basically exposed themselves over the course of the bear market to be incompetent and just like a big insider club. Basically, Glimmer turned out to be. So I mean, they have a lot of work to do outside of this chart, like getting credibility back, because they basically just blew it this entire bear market. They just did a lot of stupid things and showed that they're basically just they're slaves to their VCs that gave them money. So yeah, a lot of work to do for Glimmer. I'm not really a fan of it as much as I used to be. You know, I made a lot of videos on Glimmer in the past, but you know, opinions do change over time, and Glimmer right now, they need to basically save face because they blew it. Let's see. Sniff says, you think move to earn coins will make a comeback? Well, yes, I do. I do think they probably will make a comeback, because remember who filed a patent for mining cryptocurrency through your bodily movements? Somebody did. Somebody did. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely. We just got a $9.99 super chat from blockchain enthusiast, aka White Jazz. White Jazz, thank you a lot for the support, brother. Really appreciate the super chat, and yeah, thank you a lot, man. Appreciate the support. Anyway, yeah, move to earn. Somebody out there has a patent saying that they're gonna mine crypto off of people's body movements. So yeah, it'll make a comeback. I don't know which coins, but obviously Steppen's the big one, stuff like that. Yeah, I just read a comment from earlier in the stream from David. He was saying people don't care because inflation is making them wonder if they can afford groceries next week. That's a lot of people, but there's a lot of people that have money, you know, a lot of people that have jobs that are doing okay right now, that aren't necessarily struggling to make ends meet, and they still don't care about crypto, right? So that's a subjective opinion, but I do agree with you. I know where you're coming from with that, David. Shout out to Ross. Ross is saying, great content, Connor. Just woke up and freezing my balls off here in New Zealand. Thank you, Ross. Put on, throw a blanket over yourself, man. We don't need you freezing. Rigoberto says, happy Father's Day to all the dads across the world. Shout out to Rigoberto. Ross says, what do you think of Cardano? Connor, is it going lower? Let's take a look at ADA here. So obviously ADA just got hit with the SEC lawsuit. And, you know, that caused this big sell-off down here to 22 cents. Let's go to the weekly chart over here. Another one that's, I mean, Cardano at this point is basically vaporware. Like, people still think it's going to be like a used blockchain or something like that. I don't know about that. But obviously that's fundamental. Let's talk about this price chart right now. So on the price chart, we did wick beneath the bear market low to 22 cents, but we have recovered. Okay, and this weekly candle is indecisive, right? It is showing a little bit of weakness, but this is largely an indecisive weekly candle, and this is going to close up in 3 hours time. It can certainly go lower. 17 cents is your next level lower, and if we do get another sell-off, if some negative news happens with Cardano, it's 34% away, and that's not much, right? That can happen in an hour for altcoins, right? For example, if you look at this weekly candle here, it dropped 40% from high to low, so a 35% move to the next level at 17 cents can happen. Now let's take a look at these lower time frames to see how this is developing. Yeah, I mean, it's getting slightly stronger, but not really. If anything, you have this. Okay, so if it is to break through, and this is the January open, this is the yearly open. This is a very significant level. A lot of altcoins are actually beneath their yearly open right now. All right, the yearly open on Cardano is here at 24.58 cents. And if it loses that, expect it to use this trend line. And where does the trend line meet support? Right at that level we were just talking about on the weekly at 17 cents. So yeah, it does look like it could drop lower. Cardano, again, not one of my favorite altcoins out there. It's not one that I'm buying. If if you go on YouTube and you look at some of these people's channels, they'll talk about like 3 coins. They'll talk about XRP, Cardano, and HBAR, maybe like Quant and Jasmy. Right? I would not recommend listening to these people. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Right? They're like Cardano 30x. It could happen, but I would not count on that at all. The probability of Cardano 30xing in this next bull market is extremely slim. There's a lot of way better coins and tokens to buy out there than Cardano. Cardano had a great run in 2021, but all good things must come to an end. There's newer, shinier stuff out there that's going to outperform and blow this coin out of the water. And at this point, everybody that's still in crypto understands that the actual blockchain of Cardano, the actual technology, is really not even that good. So yeah, I mean, Cardano can definitely go lower. Shout out to Ross showing support in the live chat, saying this channel is freaking awesome. Thank you, Ross. We got Tintin with us here today. Tintin says, I stopped looking at price at the moment. I need to look away and continue to accumulate, airdrop hunt, and keep staking. Please check Atom chart. Do you pick Neutron airdrop? No, I have not picked the Neutron airdrop, Tintin. I have not been paying attention whatsoever to what the heck is going on in the Cosmos Atom ecosystem. But let's take a look at the Atom chart. So on the daily time frame, I believe I cleared, yeah, so I cleared this chart, so that's fine. I can redo all the levels right now. Let's start this from scratch basically and mark some of these levels. So basically just marking right now weekly demand that I'm seeing. Yeah, $460 to $485. That's prime time right there if we get that. All right, let's drop this to a daily time frame and now check up on what's going on. Extend this to the right. Okay, so Atom right now below resistance. This is the most relevant trend line on the chart here. Right, it's a support resistance flip trend line and we're below it right now. So we want to see what's going to happen at the start of this week. If you're going to look to just accumulate this at specific price levels, Tintin, well then anywhere in here is going to be great. Right, this is the bear market low zone basically. And then below that, you got $4.50 plus or minus 20 cents to that level. That's going to be your next big support. You can't see that through my face, so let me change. There you go. This is where we're looking, everybody. So this is on the daily time frame. If we go to the weekly, this is a huge weekly level over here. Like I said, plus or minus 20 cents from $4.50. So if we lose the bear market low over here at $5.50, well then you just want to bid anywhere around this weekly level. All right, this is we'll label this on the chart. It's the bid level. All right, so the bid level over here, $4.60, $4.50. Call it anywhere from $4.30 to $4.70 to be safe. That's your long-term, major critical support, base support level on the chart. And right now, like I said on the daily, and on the 4-hour too, it is below this resistance line. So remember, if we're expecting Bitcoin to pump on a pullback and we're looking for Bitcoin to pull back for entries, well then we want to do the same for altcoins, right? We're not going to use the exact same approach, but we can certainly use a similar approach. And there's a saying in the market that wicks get filled So when we see a long wick down like this, we basically want to see if that's going to get filled. And where are the best two levels to look on a long wick down like that? It's going to be your 78.6 and your 88.6 fib retracement levels. So what we can do is pull a fib from the swing high down to the swing low, and we can see what we get over here on the chart. So we do have this one demand zone on the 4 hour. Let's go ahead and mark this. This is at $7.94 down to $7.72. This is a demand zone at the golden pocket. And then below that, you also got 743 and 724, 725. So basically on Atom, it could also just sweep the low as well. That's common. So if it comes down, right, you want to look for a lower time frame trigger, right? Breakout here, this would be your entry. Or maybe it'll come down and sweep the low. That would be the entry, right, on the retest of the breakout higher. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing on Atom over here, based off of the Bitcoin game plan of looking to long a pullback. We would do the same on alts. And Atom, long wick, expect it to get filled. So Tintin, hope that makes sense, my man. Let me know if it does in the live chat. Dre saying hashtag Monkeys Empire. Yes, sir. So let's take a look at Monkeys. Monkeys right now, $8.24 million market cap. That's pretty low, guys. That's pretty low. I mean, this is certainly, in my opinion, this is going to be an amazing price in the future. Right? Monkeys is the most bullish meme coin that I do own, that I see right now. Currently, the Monkeys team hit me up, actually. They messaged me, and they're basically like, look, we really like your work, and we want you to create something for us. They want an all-in-one beginner video showing people how to create a MetaMask wallet, how to fund it without using a centralized exchange, right? You can fund it right through your bank account on MetaMask. How to use Uniswap, how to know what's trusted, how to know what websites to trust, where to get information from, how to swap, how to do everything basic, nothing unnecessary if you're brand new to crypto. So I'm very fortunate, and I am grateful that they liked what I produced over here. And we're going to work together and make this. It will be out on this upcoming week, and this is going to really help onboard a bunch of people into crypto. Monkeys is legit, guys. Like, this is a legitimate project, and it's not just here as a money grab, as a quick get rich quick BS thing. Like, this is actually adding value to people's lives, and it's only going to get bigger from here. So extremely bullish on Monkeys. Great price right now. If you don't even have any, as an initial entry, this is going to be really good. If it does go lower, that's just a better opportunity for everybody. But yeah, Monkeys, I'm very bullish on it. Most bullish meme that I own. Let's see. Labradoodle, can you do BNB? Yes. So BNB, of course, in this lawsuit with the SEC. But I just saw some articles today that basically said that there's no proof that the SEC was like laundering money and sending them to personal accounts. Again, all of these things, they're accusations. There's no charges presented, right? There's no proof of wrongdoing. Same thing with you-know-who, right? Same exact situation. If they don't like you, they're going to go after you. So that's what's happening with BNB right now. Now, in terms of this chart, huge level up here, 253. If 253 is reclaimed, expect this thing to make a strong comeback and make up a ton of lost ground. All right, so we want to watch 253. This is the level of invalidation. It is below it right now, okay? So as long as it's below this level, look on the weekly. On the weekly, basically, it would just be like a quick recovery deviation if it gets back above 253. It's done that in the past. As you see, as soon as it gets back above 253, it usually has a large, violent pump to the upside. So if you want to long it, you could enter it now, but that's premature. Okay, realistically, if you want to long it, you want to wait for it to get back above this weekly level, to get back above this resistance trend line, and then you can look for the longs when it's above it. Okay, but right now it's below all the big resistance levels. It's also below this resistance trend line. What we basically want to look out for is what happens first. What's going to happen first here? Is it going to break resistance, this resistance line, and then pump up higher, test this 253 level? Or is it going to break the support trend line and roll over? Okay, so it's kind of like an if this happens, then we do that. If this, then that. But right now it's basically just, it's sitting right at the yearly open. This is the 2023 yearly open price. That's right at $246. But yeah, like I said, we want to see what's going to happen first. Is it going to break support? That means it's going to go lower, obviously, or break resistance. It is pinching. It is coiling up. It is getting ready for a breakout here. It's getting ready for a big move. So, yeah, I mean, with BNB, very simple. I mean, if more negative news comes out, which, you know, wouldn't be the craziest thing, it's going to come down and test the bear market lows. Remember, this is like, Binance is in the crosshairs of the puppet masters right now, right? They do not like what Binance is and what it has become. Okay, so they want to prove a point. You know, they wanted to prove a point with Terra Luna and the Terra Luna stablecoin, or the UST stablecoin. And they proved the point, right? So if they want to pull out the strings, they can certainly do that. You know, obviously their arm in the market is no longer in operation, right? Alameda, no longer in operation. But yeah, I mean, BNB's in the crosshairs right now of the big dogs. So certainly very possible that it breaks the support line and it heads lower here. And I'm prepared for that scenario to happen. So yeah, that's BNB. On the other hand, though, of course, if Bitcoin breaks out, look, if Bitcoin gives us the dip, expect BNB to break the support trend line, maybe come back to like 228, 225, and then look for it to hold this low and then start to make a comeback. That would make a lot of sense. So just watch to see what Bitcoin does, and then watch what happens on BNB, which line it breaks first. That will give you the direction to trade. Let's see. Spaceboy and Kitty with us today, saying good morning from Australia, everyone. What is happening, Spaceboy and Kitty? Good to see you. Happy Father's Day. Tintin saying looks like a good project. Let's see. Florent 1980 says, guys, smash the like button. Connor, happy Sunday. Could you have a look at Litecoin? Can we still imagine a short-term pump pre-halving? Thank you. Shout out to Florent. Florent, thank you for your support. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Before we look into Litecoin, real quick, guys, Easy Swap launching on Pulse Chain tomorrow. Doing a fair launch. If you haven't watched the video yet on my channel, go watch this video. Very similar to something like ZyberSwap, which did 100x back in January and February of this year. Very similar. Could work out like that. It could not. But, that's what happens in the crypto market. Take the risk or lose the chance. Roll the dice or sit on the sidelines. I'm rolling the dice with Easy Swap. We'll see what happens with it launching on Pulse Chain tomorrow. Now, Litecoin. So, Litecoin, there's a few ways to draw this. Let me clean this up. So, there's a few ways to draw this. So, obviously, it broke this line. It broke this support trend line. But here's the thing. There's multiple trend lines in play right now. Let me put the other one on the chart. Okay, just connecting the lows. Right, if we just connect the lows here, right, we connected, let me make sure y'all can see that. We connected this low, that's 1, 2, 3, and now 4. Okay, so 4 taps of this support trend line here. This is a confirmed support trend line, and it's holding right now. And of course, Litecoin has the big halving coming up in August of this year. So yeah, I'm bullish on Litecoin. I'm still holding a lot of Litecoin, and yeah, I think it's gonna have a huge year and years after this, right? Really bullish on Litecoin with everything going on. But here on the shorter time frames, this is our resistance line. Again, same situation as Bitcoin here. But Florent, yes, I'm bullish. I think if you're just going to buy it spot, anywhere around $75 over here is a really good spot entry. I think you should be able to get a 2x with that. I think Litecoin will easily go to $150 by the time the August halving rolls around. And then, you know, next bull market, especially, right, when people realize what Litecoin actually is, it's gonna blow up huge, and has the potential to outperform Bitcoin, even Ethereum. It has the potential to be like the top performer of the cycle. It is a underprivileged gem in my opinion, so I'm very bullish on Litecoin. Let me get rid of this. See what this says. Yeah, so if we see sub 75 again, you know, it's just like we're expecting more on Bitcoin. I can expect more on LTC. All right, so we get something like this down to around 74, 75. I'll be looking for longs there and expecting it to make a quick comeback. Still very bullish on LTC. Held this weekly trend line. All right, if it were to break this weekly trend line, it would be a different story. But this is a confirmed weekly trend line with now 4 taps, so no reason to panic over LTC. It looks really good to me. Crypto Serial says LTC is trash, bro. You must be new to the channel, mate. I'm very bullish on Litecoin, and I do not think it's trash whatsoever. We got Enter the Cosmos saying he's long in everything. Singularity, Fetch, Link, Rose, AVAX, Loop Ring, Phantom, Optimism, Gala, 1 and Genie Swap, Sushi, long in everything. Respect. I respect that. Wow, I just checked. Wow. Okay, so Luxo, huge recovery. It's back to $9.45, hanging around $7.60, $7.50 for a while. A bunch of people asking me in the group if it's a good time to buy. I said yes, it's a good time to buy Luxo. And it's up like 15-20% from that. So I mean, that's why you should be in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord, right? You get instant access to me. You can ask me these types of questions. I'll show you. Let's see. Let's see. So somebody asked me, Woody asked me, is it a good time to buy Luxo here at $7.80? I said, this is a level to buy 100%. Yes, it can go lower, but if you need 200 of these tokens, it's a good price to buy it, right? And that was when it was at $7.70, and here we are, it's at $9.45. So I mean, just another, there's so many cases of results and value being shown in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. And for the price you pay, it's actually ridiculous what you get, right? I haven't raised my price in like 2 years, and that will change soon. I mean, for the value that you get, it really is kind of insane. Ask any of my current members. Ask any single one of them, and they'll tell you their real, true, honest experience of what's happening in there. But anyways, guys, get inside of the Crypto Empire Premium Discord. There's never been a better time to be inside, especially at these peak bear market low prices that we have right now in the crypto market. Anyway, yeah, Luxo, very strong recovery. David Hammond says, great channel. Thanks for the update. Shout out to you, David. Thank you for your support, mate. Let's see. Ross says, if Adam goes to $5, he is buying. $5, very good price for Cosmos Adam. Is HBAR safe from the SEC? So it should be, being that HBAR is, you know, one of the ISO coins. All the governing council members are the big globalist companies, Google, LG, Avery Dennison, etc. Right, the big globalist companies basically own H-bar too, so it should be protected by the SEC. But the SEC acts off of emotions and what they're told to do. They don't actually protect anybody from anything. If they did, we would have saw some repercussions with what happened with FTX. Right? They just proved themselves to be a corrupt, phony organization time and time again at this point. So even if H-bar did get attacked from by the SEC, it wouldn't be the end of the world, and it would probably be a phony accusation. And that's just what the SEC does at this point. They've been doing it just over and over and over again, suing the people doing legitimate business, and then not doing anything for the corrupt, phony people that they're actually working with behind the scenes. So it's just a joke. But yeah, H-bar should be fine, to answer your question, Michael. Enter the Cosmos says the way Bitcoin behaving the past 6 to 7 days is like a shift in macro chart telling us it's time to go up. Enter the Cosmos. I 100% agree with you, brother. If you watched the beginning of my live stream when I covered the Bitcoin TA, I made it very clear that I'm bullish, and the chart's telling me that we are bullish, right? I showed you the weekly here. I showed you the weekly on this Coinbase chart. It's a major descending wedge on the weekly, and we're holding the 25K level as support. If you're bearish here, I don't know what you're thinking, but enter the Cosmos. I do 100% agree with you. Chart looks very bullish to me as well. And my plan going into this week is to look for dips to long back to $28,000 and maybe 30K. We'll see what happens there. Maybe we get a pullback, but yeah, I think we still go higher. I still think we trade much higher this year as well. So yeah, I'm glad that we are on the same page. Enter the Cosmos. Let's see. David says, I heard Link Team is dumping coins on retail. Any idea how bad this could be for price? So David, the Link Team has been dumping coins on retail since like 2018. That's nothing new whatsoever. It's been happening for like 4 or 5 years. So yeah. But yeah, Link still in the bear market range. It broke below the bear market range now. So ideally, you just want to see it recover. If it doesn't get back above that level at 525, probably coming down here to 450, 460. But yeah, you really just want to see, if you hold Link, you just want to see this turn into a deviation. You want to see price reclaim the support level and make its way back to the range high. But this is not looking too good for Chainlink right now. But yeah, they've been dumping on their retail investors, holders for years and years and years now. So that's not surprising. Walshy says, I'm down so bad it's hard to watch it. Been dollar cost averaging since last August. Market sucks. Walshy, I feel you, man. But here's the thing. You started to DCA at a good time, actually. You started to DCA, towards the bottom of the market. Last August, if you look at Chainlink last August, it was trading higher than it is today, 625. Let's not use Chainlink as the example, though. We can use Ethereum as the example. All right, let's say you started to DCA last August. Okay, that was when Ethereum was $2,000 or so, 2,000 to 1,400. So I mean, it's basically at the same exact price where you started last year, but you also started towards the tail end of the bear market, right? Over halfway through the bear market. So historically speaking, you started to buy at a great time, and the market does suck right now, like you said, but soon we're going to enter the part of the cycle when we get this type of price action, right? And this type of price action. This is coming soon. All we've had for the past 2 years is this kind of price action here. Just down only, right? Now we're entering to the up only part of the cycle soon. So just hold strong, man, and stick to the process. Trust the process and stick to the plan, I should say. Yeah, I mean, you're doing the right thing, and you most likely will get rewarded for sticking with it. But I can certainly understand your frustration. Super Shogun saying, morning, brother. Hello from Melbourne. Or Melbourne, as they say over there down under. Shout out to Super Shogun. What is going on, my friend? Good to have you here in the live chat. If If anybody has not smashed the like button yet, again, I would really appreciate it if you smash that like button, not only for myself, but for the YouTube algorithm to get this channel and this video out to more people, help spread the word, and grow Crypto Empire. So again, really appreciate it. Smash it, as the Russians say. Smash it. Enter the cosmos. Dude, I liked you until that Pulse Chain and Hex are total scams. What WTF? Don't put a single dollar into Pulse Chain or Hex, both garbage. Okay, I'm not here to make you happy, dude, so thanks for your opinion, but you're free to go anytime, dude. And that's okay if you don't like me anymore because I talked about one particular coin. I don't care. But always free to voice your opinion. I'll see what you have to say, but I usually will dismiss it. Let's see, Ross, what about the U.S. election? Will Trump win and pump crypto? That's a good question, Ross. We're still over a year and a half out from that taking place. But it's looking like RFK is going to give one heck of a contention. So, I mean, it's going to be a very interesting time. I think regardless, it will be bullish for crypto, whoever wins that election. Black Apollo says, hey, Connor, you good? Good evening from South Africa. What's up, Black Apollo? Good to see you. DD, can we get a quick opinion on monkeys? So I already talked about monkeys. Long story short, it's a good price to buy. Can go lower for sure. But yeah, right now is a pretty good price to buy. And by the way, guys, bullish on Easy Swap. That nerd can go kick rocks, like Dre said. What a nerd. So let's take a look at waves for our guide, crypto and serial. Another one at the January lows. All these altcoins are at very critical levels. Right, if lost. If lost is going right to $1. Objectively speaking, we do have this. Right, you can see it a lot better here. You got this on waves. We did sweep the low. This looks like it's due for a bounce. Got the bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. Whenever I see this setup, it shouldn't be ignored. Just a double bottom. First order of business. And by the way, the risk reward is extremely good here, right, for a long too, because you know your point of invalidation is right there. Right, so you're risking a lot to make or you're risking very little to go for a big win, to make a lot, right? You would put the stop beneath the lows over here, right? Risking still a 15% risk, but I mean, yeah, risking around 12%. Take the first target here at 180, another one over here at 225, another one over here at 250, and then the final one up here at $3. So from a risk reward standpoint, what the chart is telling me, this looks like it's due for a pump. And a very obvious invalidation point as well. So that's waves. Render. So Render right now, retesting this breakdown, right? It broke through this support trend line, hit the daily demand order block, came back and just bounced right from the resistance trend line now. So, but it did take out, this just took out so many stops, so many short stops, right? There were stops here at 203, stops here at 205, stops here at 209. Just took them all out. Now it's pulling back. Where I see this possibly holding support is right here at 191. Reason being, first of all, we have this previous demand zone, okay, and this was the low over here at 191, bottom of the green zone. As you guys know, if you pay attention here with my technical analysis style, these green and red zones, the top and bottom lines of them are very, very important support resistance flip levels. And you also have this rally-based rally demand zone in there too, right at 191. So watch for Render to come into this, and watch the 1 hour time frame for a reason to enter into a long trade. All right, that would be like a breakout and a retest. You can get long in the retest, something like that. It's not going to look perfect, obviously, as the drawing does and never does, but you look for a trigger at around 191. And just out of curiosity, yeah, that is right where the 50% level is too. Okay, so I like the confluence. That's the level to watch over here. Look for a reason to get long, like a 1 hour time frame trigger on Render. But yeah, obviously I see this double top. And this would be the breakdown line. But we want to see this hold as support if it's going to make another crack at this trend line and try to break. Let's see, Camaran A. How about Yield Yak? I've never heard of Yield Yak before in my life. I can't speak on this. I have no idea what it is. I can see it's down 98% though from its all-time high. Michael says, Connor, with Binance and Coinbase being sued by the SEC, do you think it's a big advantage for LCX and ARC Block? No, I don't, Michael. I think it's a big advantage for decentralized exchanges. I think if people go to the exchanges that like you said, like LCX, they're asking for trouble. Decentralized exchanges are the future, not a centralized exchange run by the people suing Binance and Coinbase. Decentralized exchanges are where I would be focusing on and where I would be what I would be using going forward. Everything on chain. They cannot stop on chain, but they can stop a centralized exchange, like especially one like LCX or ARC Block, literally owned by the people, like suing Coinbase and Binance. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up here. If you did enjoy the live stream and you have not smashed that like button yet, smash that like button down below. If you guys want to get inside of the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group, all details can be found on my website, cryptoempireco.io. Shoot me a message on Telegram or email. You can join the free Telegram group, and you can find my Telegram account in that, as you see here. Join the Crypto Empire broadcast group, also the Crypto Empire community group. And yeah, you can see my personal account here, CCell34. Shoot me a message if you have any questions about anything on the Telegram. Join the free Telegram group. Also, if you're looking for an exchange to trade on, I do recommend Bitget. No KYC, and a lot of people are freaking out because they just got the notice if they're inside of the US, then they're not going to be able to use it anymore. But that's only if you signed up without a VPN on inside of the US. Okay, so if you did that, just make a brand new account with a VPN turned on. Just don't do any KYC. And you can use Bitget with no restrictions whatsoever. All right, you can trade up to 125x leverage. I would not recommend you go that high. But yeah, you can trade with leverage. Great spot. You get discounted trading fees for life when you use my link. Very high withdrawal limits. I've never had a problem. All right, so if you're looking for the exchange, the go-to exchange to trade on, it is Bitget. Use my link down below and get yourself a ton of sign-up bonuses and discounted fees for life. Shout out to Anna Maria saying thank you. What's up, Anna Maria? Good to see you. Michael says thanks for the honest opinion on LCX and ArcBlock. Very much appreciated. Keep up the good work, Connor. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, guys. All right, so happy Father's Day. It's time to go spend some time with the family, everybody. Can't be live all day, but I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. We have a huge week coming up, and I'm really looking forward to what kind of price action we do get. I do hold a bullish outlook right now on the market, especially on Bitcoin. The Blackrock just applied for an ETF. BlackRock has $9.5 trillion of assets under management. They've only gotten one ETF application denied by the SEC before in all of their history applying for these things. So don't get shaken out by the fear. Now is the time to double down with your conviction. Obviously, that's my opinion, not financial advice. But now is the time to double down with your conviction. And this is the time that's going to separate the boys from the men. All right, this is the time where you actually decide if you're serious about this or not. This is peak bottom activities here. I am bullish. Going into this week, like we talked about, we're looking for pullbacks to get long. With that being said, that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. This is Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. Happy Father's Day. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Or if it's already Monday, where you are in the world, I hope you have a